Hey guys, Monday, September 1st, 2025. Happy Labor Day. I hope you guys are having a great day, cooking out, family cookout, hot dogs, burgers, or whatever you like to celebrate. I wish you guys the best. Enjoy your family, friends, loved ones. Have a good time. Without any further delay, this is uranium spot price update. I do this every month. As you know, uranium spot, it's a dinosaur in futures. So if you give it a month at a time and you come in and chime in and look, you'll get some good insight. So this is going to be part one, and I'm just going to cover this sector right here. Some of you may have stocks that own that are not on this list. It doesn't matter. And if you want me to cover it, just write down on the comments below, hey, can you include this? I don't like to include, it's not that I don't like, I just don't include other, how can I say it? There's other stocks that I don't include. I just leave it at that. But I got a good core here, but if you feel like maybe there's one that should be in this list, because a lot of people like it and whatnot, then just shoot me a message on the comments and I'll add it. But as you know, I have four core stocks or instruments that I watch. One is the uranium spot, which is not here. Uranium futures to gauge its sentiment daily or weekly before we get the monthly close. And also Kazatomprom, I feel like they're very important, and Chemical, CCJ. 1, 2, 3 futures and 4, which we'll cover in the next video, which will be part 2. So let's get into it. Let's look at our futures. So let's zoom out. Let's just zoom out a little bit here. Let's go to the weekly. According to Elliott wave theory, you know what? This could be our wave 3 right here. We just did a wave 4. And now wave 5 is coming. So big picture, very possible wave 5. And within this wave 5, we already have our first wave impulse, possibly coming down to a 2. And now we're going to work on a 3, maybe to retest 106. And now that's on the weekly. So on the weekly, bigger picture, 3, 4, working on a wave 5. And within that structure, 1, 2, and now 3. Let's go to the daily now. When you look at the daily, see if I fix this real quick. You could probably look at it and say 1, 2, 3, 4, and now going on a wave 5. Or this is one big wave, 2, and now 3. So there's a lot of ways. That's why Elliott wave theory is a little complicated. But if you look at it, in different, different view, different lenses, because the counts out, everybody's gonna look at a different count. I have a system that counts it, so I don't have to figure it out. And that could be wrong too. It's not saying that it's perfect, but nonetheless, correction was imminent, and now we consolidated, and now we're pushing higher. So this is where you want to accumulate. We had a trend line, and you can see that sometimes the trend lines don't work, and it broke it, went sideways, and now it's going to see if we could get. So what you want to see for September, you want to see price action of 76.40 be above this trend line and take out 78.90. All right. Targets to the upside. You could say right off the bat, right here, 82. If you want to go really further out, you can see that 78 was resistance. You got this one, 85, and obviously the big kahuna is $106. I was driving around in Tennessee, and I noticed my first Meta data center. It is massive. I went there and just drove by it, and then kind of like, not that I wanted to attempt to go in, but just kind of like went up to it really close until I got to the security point check, and then I just kind of turned around. But I just wanted to kind of get a really good close. It is massive. I don't know where they're getting the juice to power that thing. They must have worked something out with the state of Tennessee, but the Meta data center, it is, and I know there's a lot of them in the US, but the one in my backyard, wow, crazy. So it's rightly so to say that this needs to go higher. Uranium, I believe, is going to be a vital instrument to keep the lights on. Let's go to Kazatomprom, the next one that I'm watching. This one, finally, look at that. We got to our trend line. I was watching this trend line to see if we could get up there. And so far, it has, I don't know where it closed, 46. Yep. Let's see, what's today? Yeah, this is weekly. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, it stuck its head out, but then came right back in. So we're almost there. We need to close above that trend line and get a close above $50 this month. Because we're still in this supply zone. And the trajectory projection lines is up. So my analysis is saying that we are going to go out of here and even push higher. So that's Kazatomprom. Let's look at chemical, one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, as I say. We consolidated here, looks like a bull flag, and then broke out. So let's go to the weekly and see why that level is important. Because we're in price discovery. Maybe I need to go to the monthly. Okay. So yeah, so we started, chemical started around 96, maybe 97. So we got that first impulse wave, came down for a correction. So look at that. So this is like a 1, 2, and this is the biggest wave. 3. This thing could go and continue pushing higher, and then you get your wave 4, and then a wave 5, in theory. So right now we just hit the 414 Fibonacci level. The next one will be the 61.8, which is favorable. I believe is going to get there. That's $93.16 right there. And maybe possibly end on a wave 5 around 147. And that's just me speculating. Well, let's take baby steps. We hit the 114, the 1414, which is 82. We made a high of 83. And I have a target of, as of now, 93.16 cents. So we go to our daily, just kind of zoom in. Let's fix this auto. You see that line right there? That's that 1.414. And that's your future target price, 92. And I believe is reachable. Definitely by this year. I'm not going to say it's going to happen this month. But definitely by the end of the year, we should at least get up there. Or at least kiss this area. Get there before the year is over. All right, so let me go down the list real quick. NXE. And I own stock on this group right here. I'm not going to tell you which one, so that way you don't think that I'm influencing you or that I'm scamming you. I know I got skin in the game, and I'm very happy. I got it in really cheap. If you've been following me, if you got in when I got in, you're happy now. NXE looks like this is going to be a target of 882 so far. We look at the weekly. Yeah, you're probably going to have to get to 880 here and get out of this zone to get at least a target of 1197, which is here. So this is your next target. UUU, very popular stock. Did we close? Where did we close this week? What was it, 1155? Yeah, so it's out of the supply zone. This is the zone that you has been having a tough time, and now it's above it. So that's good. Trend is up. Projection is higher, so that's good. I would stay long, especially that you got above the supply zone. UEC, very popular stock, above the supply zone. So this was the gifts of the gods right here when this happened. And now it's even pushing higher. And this is a US stock. So for those that like to trade US stocks, even better. Target right now, future target, it says what, 1280-ish? Yeah. But I bet you 15 could be in the horizon between this year and next year. But baby steps, let's look at 1280. URG, another popular stock. This one, I got a supply zone. This one's not doing too good. I mean, it's all right. You want to at least get out of the 215 range. This is all supply zone right here. So it's not as strong as UEC and Cameco, but it's there. You could get it really, you could get in cheap too. I mean, you got to just watch. That's 666. Ooh, the mark of the beast. It got decent volume. Mark of the beast volume right there. LNR supply zone broke right through. This is an ETF. So if you want to just focus on ETFs, so far as looking good. I need to do some updates on my charts. Let's go to the weekly. I just got back from a trip and oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Yeah, we got to like update this because this thing is moving higher. That was like a baby stock. It's like around 2007. So yeah, your target is 135. It's 118. It looks like it wants to go and test that, or at least kiss it. And then you got to see if you got to fail new high or just push higher. URA, this is a very popular ETF. You're above the supply zone. And if you go monthly, there's not that much to the left. Oh yeah. You got levels over here. I just got to update these stocks. But so far, your path of least resistance is to the upside. You got 55.68, which is the 382 Fibonacci level. This is open space right here, but you're above the supply zone. So this is going to be, I just got to make a new supply zone here and see once we get there, see how price action reacts. We already did Cameco, URNM. This is the Sprott Uranium Miners ETF. This one's a baby. As you can see, we don't really have that much price action here, but this is monthly. Let's look at the weekly. As you can, but look at the pattern. It goes up, spikes, down, spikes, like a little bull trap, comes down, and when you see that it defended 1, 2, 3, you definitely got to buy. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Somebody has the floor locked. Not somebody, but like the minds are like, no, this is too good to be true to go lower. And now they're defending it. So you want to get above 51.75, and I believe that's going to happen. Once we get above there, it's gonna move. SRUUF, Sprott Physical. You notice the Sprott. That's the family. That's the family you want to join. It's a big family, and they're invested in this sector heavily. So you want to get some kind of exposure, if it's not individually or through some, trust or something, ETF. But, if you follow the Sprott family, they're involved. Baby stock too. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Then this is a monthly, so you can see that they're babies. They don't really have that much, trading history. So you got this big correction, came down, and it looks like now it's going to start moving. It's around, close at 1776. So I say your target would be somewhere around $24 all the way to $25. This is your target if it continues grinding higher from here. There's a trend is minus 55, so Could be risky, so just be aware of that. UROY, so if you're into royalty, this is, I think, the only one I know of that uranium has royalty involved with it. So if you kind of like that model, then this is the one to look at. Trend says minus 60, but it looks like the low was around 146. So let's see if we could get to 380, 89, and then 468. What you really want to go is take out 595, pretty much between $5 and $6. So yeah, I got to adjust all this. And you close at 303. So yeah, you're getting to the midpoint. Once it crosses 326, you're on the bullish side in regards to price level. Yep. So right now you're like nibbling like you want to crossover. Once you do that crossover, then you're on the bullish side. Not in regards to geometry, but in regards to level. So right now you're in this midpoint. DNN, you're pretty close at 221. Yeah, so you're now in the supply zone. So you want to at least get out of 247. So if it does close above 247, high probability they'll get to 274 and even 343 and 353. So if you're conservative, wait till at least it close above 250-ish. Because then there's a high probability. Looks like I have another supply zone here. Oh yeah, so there's like two. So this is the first one, and then this is the second one. This is the big one. But if it could get above 274, it's going to battle it out. And if you could get above 434, I mean, that's really good. This is a DNN. If you go monthly, see that it's a baby stock too. It started around 2007. So this is the big supply zone. And we're just look like we're going to now start grinding higher and get into it. So if you want some volatility, some risk, you know, this is a high probability risk trade of consolidating, hitting it, going down, hitting it again, going down, hitting it. What about this is the one where it goes boom? Or maybe one more hit, pulls out, and then goes like that. We don't know yet. But when you see it cross above 450 and it's going like this, then this is where you should have gone. And in hindsight, you're going to be like, damn, I missed that move. Because now it's above this supply zone. See the big bear camp? The bears control this area, and they don't want you to go above that. But the bulls are building up energy, and the bears are pushing them down here, sellers. And that's just a matter of time. When it does happen, it's going to happen. Last, somebody recommended this one, LEU. This is the most expensive stock here. It's 201. Look at that, consolidated all the way. I mean, these are monthly. 2015. And now it's waking up at 2025. Centrius Energy. So yeah, pull that. Explosion 264 down. And now let's see if it wants to push higher. I didn't have any supply zones on this one. You see the correction. So you want to take out 264. So if you're into expensive stocks, now that it's corrected, that's your target, 264. Once it gets up there, if it consolidates, goes sideways, or just blows through it and continues, then we'll look at future targets. We'll have to do some extensions and stuff like that. So part 2 might probably come out tomorrow. This is just the stocks. You kind of get an idea already on the futures. So the important thing to get out of the from this video is that the futures is pushing higher. Tomorrow we'll look at uranium spot price to see where they close, where they're at. So far 76.40. If I don't have any data on the close, I will have to adjust it for last month because I'm sure that came out. I will add this as a close and then do some of the analysis I do on the master chart on uranium to see, you know, what's in the horizon and kind of like dissect that a little bit. And this especially for the hardcore bull traders. You get more of a GAN insight, the things that I look at, which is a little esoteric and a little probably weird to some, but it helps me out because it gives me peace of mind. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the uranium spot price.